So, welcome everybody.
Lovely to see you.
Welcome to our celebration. Gratitude for Murshid Sam, Sufi Sam, and his gifts. We remember him. Yesterday was the 53rd anniversary of his leaving this planet, this mortal plane. But he lives on, most certainly, and his gifts continue to nourish and inspire. And you can see that just simply by the people who are here on this call today, that we've got people from, many different countries. We've got Spain, the United States, we've got the Netherlands, we've got France, we've got England and Wales. So many places, and this is part of the legacy of Sufi Sam. So welcome to you all. And let's begin with the Sufi invocation. So you could reach out with your hands. Imagine that you're holding our hands. We know what it feels like to stand in a circle and feel the hands on either side, the warmth and the cool of the hands. To feel the connection through those hands to the hearts. To feel how our breathing begins to harmonize. And you can just stay with your breath, or if you know these words, you can join me. Towards the one, the perfection of love, harmony and beauty, the only being, united with all the illuminated souls who form the embodiment of the Master, the Spirit of Guidance. And as Murshid Sam instructed us to do, we begin with Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We begin in the name of Allah, who is all mercy, all compassion. Bismillah. So we're going to start with a dance. With the dance that Sufi Sam would often begin his dance meetings with, one of the first dances of universal peace, the introductory Bismillah. So the words in Arabic, we say Allah, Allah, unity, the one, the only being, Allah. If you're not familiar with chanting Allah, just remember that it's the Arabic word for God, whatever your religious tradition or background. So Christians who speak Arabic use the word Allah for God. And we're going to say Rahman, Rahim. Rahman and Rahim, the giving and receiving of love, the sun and moon of love, the radiance, the giving of love, and this beautiful container that we can open in our hearts to receive love. That's it. Allah, Rahman, Rahim.
Allah, Rahman, Rahim.
And because it's one of Murshid Sam's original dances, it's very simple melody, 2 notes. Allah, Allah, join me. Allah, 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 Allah. And listen.
Allah, Allah,
for the words and the music. So we're going to stand and show you some movements, and feel free to stand and move with us, or to sit and move, or just to receive and chant and participate in the way that works for you. So, with Allah, we're walking in our circle, walking to the right. Allah, 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 Allah. And then we raise the arms, we continue to step. Rahman. And then we lower them. Rahim. Allah, 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 Allah. So we'll do that for a little while, and then I'll call out one turn, and on the Rahman, Rahim, we're going to make a complete turn. So you've got lots of time to do that. It's going to look a bit like this. Rahman, Rahim, Allah, and so on. We go like that, and then I'll call out 2 turns, and then maybe 3 turns. So let's see how it goes. But we're going to begin with 10 Allahs the first time. Afterwards it's always just 4, but 10 the first time. Here we go. Just taking a moment to feel the presence of Murshid Sam, to feel gratitude for his gifts, gratitude for this dance. Allah, And so just notice how you feel. If you can remember how you felt before we started to dance, notice if there's any difference. But just notice what is present right now. Notice what you're feeling, your breath, your body, your feet on the ground, your atmosphere. Amen. One of the things that I always notice with dances, original dances of Sufi Sam, is the power that they have to affect what I'm feeling, to affect the energy that is present for me in this moment, to transform or to bring me into presence. So on an occasion like this, it's very tricky to know what to choose to share with you, because there is so much. If you feel that your interest has been piqued, then do some research. There's lots of resources online. There are lots of books, but you can also just read the stuff for free online. So do look into it. But I wanted to read to you a poem written by Samuel Lewis, Murshid Sam, Sufi Sam. Actually, it was a poem I found when I was researching what to do today that I hadn't read before. So I wanted to share it with you. It's called God Calls. The bells ring in the temple. The perfume rises from the aloes. The sage in meditation sits. Om Tat Sat. The yogi lifts her heart, her goal, herself to that. Om Tat Sat. The nothingness of the now. The everythingness of eternity. God calls. God calls. The muezzin's voice from minaret tower cries, "Come to prayer, come to prayer, come to prayer." A million Muslims then stretch out their prayer rugs, a million and a myriad million more. There is no God but God. To this I now bear witness. There is no God but God. Muhammad is his prophet. Come to prayer. God calls. God calls. On Friday Eve, the Jew prepares herself, walks to the synagogue and prays, takes down the Torah scroll and reads what the forefathers read. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one, and his name is one. This is the law and the prophets. God calls. God calls. The everlasting fire burns on the altar. For many 100 years the rites preserved. Though long have passed their priests and passed their kingdoms, they still rejoice in great Ahura Mazd. Purity, purity, purity. God calls. God calls, the stations slowly passing one by one. She tells her beads and tells them o'er and o'er. Ave Maria, gratia plena, ora, ora pro nobis. Pater noster, qui est in celis, sanctificetur tuo nomen, sanctificetur, sanctificetur. God calls. God calls, the branches rustle lightly in the breeze, above the music of pagoda's bells. His humble repeat, finished ere 'tis noon, the bhikshu tells the children of the Buddha. They listen. One voice speaks in the forest, then all is silent, save the breeze. There slowly comes that feeling of great peace. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. God calls. God calls. People from every race have come together, from every land, from every sect or cult. They gather at the temple for their worship. Love ye everyone, your neighbour. Be ye brethren, ye who are my brothers. Worship him, the Father of us all. Worship her, the Mother of us all. Worship in love and faith and joy. Worship in silence. God calls. Yeah, so Salik's pointing out to me that that poem was written in 1927. So, there he is going through, calling forth all of the traditions, just as he would much, much later do in bringing through the dances of universal peace.
And this was the year that Inayat Khan passed.
Yeah. So this was his Sufi teacher, Hazrat Inayat Khan, died in 1927. Yeah. So, and of course, he was a great influence on Murshid Sam with this universality of religious ideals. So this beautiful sense of being able to meet and honour and share the wisdom of all traditions, feeling them, just feeling all of that prayer and praise and worship going on around the world.
It's a lovely poem.
So it feels like, do you want to talk about that a little
Yes,
bit?
I'm going to share a chant from the Hindu tradition, and this was really taken up by Murshid Sam, inspired by a Hindu teacher called Papa Ramdas, who came to the United States, I don't know when it was.
In the 1950s, I think,
1950s,
56 or
okay.
something.
And I think Sam even had a premonition of him coming, and took him as his Hindu teacher, and he had found awakening to God in his life through wandering around India for a long period, which he's written about, chanting the Ram Nam, Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. And that was the only mantra he chanted, and it led him to an awakening to Ram, to God. So we're going to share that now.
Just like to add a little something, if that's okay, that
Yeah.
actually Sam heard this melody sung by Mother Krishnabai, who was the disciple of Papa Ramdas, who helped him to set up the ashram in Kerala. And she, Murshid Sam said, she was the most enlightened being he ever met. So important to bring in
Yes,
the feminine there.
absolutely. Often neglected.
So, yeah,
Okay.
beautiful.
So I think some of you will be familiar with this melody. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Would you like to sing that with me? Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 So you may be wondering what that means, and there are probably many translations, but it's really invoking the one being to become supreme within us and within the world. Sometimes the words victory to thee are given as a translation, but we're really calling upon this supreme experience of unity and love and God, or whatever you want to call it, to become our central experience, our consciousness, for us to identify with that and to come from that place and experience the world and each other from that place.
Beautiful.
So we do have some movements for this dance which we've adapted for Zoom. It's a lovely partner dance normally, which can lead to amusing chaos at times, but we're going to be doing some bowing with our hands in the prayer mudra. So we're going to be bowing to one side and then the other side, and then doing a turn, coming back to face each other on the screen and then bowing to each other on the screen. And the intention here is really to be acknowledging the divine in the world around us, in all forms, and so forms that we can see and those that we can't see, manifest and unmanifest, and then so in all forms, and then in each other. So we're bowing to the divine in each other, and this is this beautiful gesture that comes from the East, where we bow and acknowledge God in one another, with great respect. So we'll just do that with the tune, and you can bow to either side, it doesn't matter which one, but we'll do it to the same side, shall we? Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om, and then the opposite side. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. So that's the complete dance. Now there is an additional movement we can do, which we can start doing sort of part way through the dance, which is rather than bowing to either side, I'll say from the heart, and we'll touch our hands to our heart and throw our hands outwards and upwards in praise and expansive blessing and openness to the beauty and wonder of the world around us. So we do that again to either side, but we will bow to each other again when we come back to the screen. So Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, turning, Jai Jai Ram Om. Beautiful. Ooh, look, we've got a little person joining in there. How wonderful. Okay, so begin by bowing to one side. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Sri Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Just breathing with that vibration of Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. One more time. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Hari Om.
Om Hari Om.
We have a very exciting plan. We're going to India at the end of this month, and we're going to go to Anand Ashram, which was set up by Mother Krishnabai and Papa Ramdas. So we'll be chanting that a lot, I hope,
Yep.
and expect. We're very lucky.
Very exciting. So, for Samuel Lewis, Murshid Sam, or Sufi Sam as we call him, to be a Sufi meant to be a universalist. He was deeply experienced in many traditions. As we heard, he spent time in the ashram with Papa Ramdas and Mother Krishnabai and was recognized by them as a teacher. He spent time in Japan with the Zen Buddhists and was recognized as a Roshi, and he spent time with the Sufis in Pakistan and Middle East and Egypt and was recognized by them as well. So this is really what he means by calling himself a Sufi. He says, the Sufi not only prays to God, the Sufi represents God. By this I mean that they not only ask for love and wisdom and joy and peace, they do everything possible to awaken love and light and wisdom and joy and peace in others. The Sufi not only prays to God, the Sufi represents God. The Sufi not only asks for love and wisdom and joy and peace, the Sufi does everything possible to awaken love and light and wisdom and joy and peace in others. So one of the ways that Murshid Sam worked with his students to awaken love and light and wisdom and joy and peace in them, he used to use a book of exercises which are sayings from Shiva to Shakti. They're in a little book called Zen Flesh, Zen Bones, collected by Paul Reps, who was a friend of Murshid Sam. And often he would suggest that his students chose one of these little sayings to meditate on. It's said that Murshid Sam's successor, Pir Moinidin, had an awakening during this practice. Attention between eyebrows. Let mind be before thought. Let form fill with breath essence to the top of the head, and there shower as light. Attention between eyebrows. Let mind be before thought. Let form fill with breath essence to the top of the head, and there shower as light. Attention between eyebrows. Let mind be before thought. Let form fill with breath essence to the top of the head, and there shower as light. I'd like to just share briefly a walking practice before we go to our next bit of music. It's often forgotten that for Sufi Sam, his walking practices were just as important as the dances. And the dances have spread like this beautiful blessing that they are all around the world. You only have to know who's here on the screen today to see that. But these walking practices maybe haven't yet quite come into their own. Maybe their time is coming right now. Because the concentration of this practice of walking, Murshid Sam said, I'm going to teach the little children how to walk. It's the answer. I'm going to teach the children how to walk, so we can all be children learning to walk again. These walks can show us so much about ourselves. We can learn so much. We can practice ways of being which are not quite so familiar to us. And they're also wonderful practices to do on our own. And dancing is very delightful in groups. But the walks we can do just as well by ourselves. So really something to take away with you. So I want to just share, just very briefly, because we don't have long today, a walk with the beautiful names that we have already danced with today, Ya Rahman and Ya Rahim. So giving and receiving love. The root of the word Rahman and the word Rahim is Rahim, which means womb. So we are birthing from the deepest places within us the radiance of love that we give birth to. And we're also receiving into the most deep places within us, to the best of our ability, learning to receive love, because many of us are better at giving love than we are at receiving it. So this is the practice. Actually, the way we'll do it, we'll begin a few times by just, we're going to walk with our hands like this, and we're going to be chanting Ya Rahman, radiating, concentrating on giving love as much as we can. And then we'll do some repetitions like this with Ya Rahim, letting it in. You can hear the sounds. Rahman is this radiant sound, and Rahim, it goes into the deepest places. And then we'll put them together. Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. So I thought I'd show you that when I'm close to the screen, so it's easier to see what's happening. But you can feel free to take your space. So first of all, with the palms up, Ya Rahman, and you can do it at your own speed, just matching your steps with your breath and focusing on this radiance of loving. Ya Rahman, 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 Ya Rahman. Have I done that the wrong way up?
Yes.
We're going to do that again with our palms facing downwards so that we're projecting, we're radiating. That's right.
I find it quite easy to confuse these two.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, let's do that again with our palms facing downwards. Ya Rahman. Yeah, that's better. Ya Rahman. Ya Rahman. Ya Rahman. our hands the other way up and feel the difference when we say Ya Rahim, receiving. Ya Rahim, Ya Rahim, Ya Rahim, Ya Rahim, Ya Rahim, Ya Rahim, Ya Rahim. And now we're going to combine the two so that we're learning to move between Rahman, giving love, and Rahim, receiving love, so that we can begin to flow with this giving and receiving of love. So we're not stuck in one or the other. So it's going to look like this. The hands down, radiating Rahman, and then up, receiving Rahim. Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. And then just standing still for a few moments, breathing out Rahman, breathing in Rahim, feeling this giving and receiving of love. And then just drop the hands, drop the concentration on the words. And just feel how your natural breath balances giving and receiving. Amen. So I don't know how you found that. Feel free to write in the chat if you have any observations or comments. But again, for me, it's got this incredibly concentrated, focused power to bring my attention to parts of myself and to certain feelings. And what about you?
I haven't got anything particular to add. Just experiencing it.
Taking you beyond words.
Not sure I can put it into words, yes.
Yeah, thank you. So there's powerful and hypnotic. Yeah, that's right, that quality. Thank you. That's right. Yeah, so the Rahman, we're radiating like that, and the Rahim, receiving. That's it. It became on each out breath and in breath. Yeah, so we're starting to match the words and the movements and the breathing, and all of this means that we are coming into some kind of harmony within ourselves, some kind of rhythmic relationship. Yeah, so I invite you, if it speaks to you, to do that. You can take it with you if you're out for a walk, or just if you're walking around your house. Just see what you notice, gathering information. Beautiful. Yeah. People are saying calming the nervous system. Yeah, that's what happens. That's the result. As we balance the in-breath and the out-breath, we're working with the sympathetic, parasympathetic, Well, actually, yeah, okay. I'm going to do something different from what I thought I was going to do. Can I find the place? Here we go. Yeah, calming and centering, that's what love does. That's right, yes. Yeah. Bringing our awareness, our consciousness to love. This is part of the message, is where do you choose to put your attention? What do you choose to focus on? And when we choose to focus on love, we feel the benefits. So I'm going to lead you in another practice in a moment, but first of all I just wanted to read this little piece, which is actually in this book some of you might know, called In the Garden, which is a book about Murshid Sam's sayings and photographs and stories and bits of his writings. I can really recommend it. I'm afraid it's only in English as far as I know. So this is written by one of Murshid Sam's students, Mansour Johnson. He says, a recent edition of the Wall Street Journal has a headline, "Man can control his automatic nervous system." This newspaper Superman yoga trick was taught to any and all who came to Murshid's house on Sunday nights. So what appears as a headline in a newspaper, that the surprising fact that people can control their automatic nervous system, it's part of these practices which Sam was teaching, and many other spiritual teachers, many other breath and yoga practices, they do that. That's what they do. We know that. Some of us know this.
Of course, they mean autonomic nervous system.
Yeah, that's right. I wondered about that.
I couldn't resist in correcting that.
No, I'm glad you did, because I was thinking as I was reading it, it does say automatic in the book, but but it was written in the 1960s, so maybe they called it
by a journalist.
By a journalist in America. There we are.
No offence to any journalists
or
present.
Americans. Or people in the 60s. That's us too. Just okay. Enough, I think. Let's move to our practice. So we're going to work with our autonomic nervous system. So just notice how you can bring your consciousness to your breathing. So first of all, just noticing how you're breathing right now. No need to change anything, just noticing it. And then breathing in a really long breath, breathing out a long breath. And then breathing some short breaths. And then letting your breath relax again. And then consciously breathing a rough breath. Bringing your awareness to the fact that you're breathing coarsely. And now breathing a subtle, refined breath. And just noticing the difference. And now making your breath even more subtle and refined. And now consciously breathing in all the joy you can breathe. Breathing out all the joy you can breathe, giving and receiving joy with your breath. Unlocking those places in you where joy lives, remembering the feeling of joy, breathing with it, breathing in joy, breathing out joy. And now breathing in all the love that you can breathe. And breathing out all the love that you can breathe. Remembering what love feels like in your body, breathing it in, opening to this love, and then breathing it out and sharing it, giving this breath of love. And now consciously breathing in peace, breathing out peace. Filling your being with peace, breathing it in, opening to the peace within you, and breathing out peace. Filling the room you're sitting in with peace. Breathing in peace, filling your body, mind, heart, soul with peace. And breathing out peace to fill the building in which you are right now. Filling it with a breath of peace. Breathing in peace from this well of peace and breathing it out to fill your whole neighborhood. Returning to breathe peace in and then breathing it out, sharing it, following the breath of peace as it spreads across your country. Filling your whole country with peace. Breathing in peace again. And breathing out peace so that all of our breaths of peace meet together and mingle and share this breath of peace across the world, bathing this beautiful planet in our breath of peace. Ameen. And then notice how you feel. Did you affect your autonomic nervous system?
Whatever that is.
Well, we're going to finish with a couple of songs, dances. I think the first one we'll probably just sing and maybe bring a few movements in as we sit down. It's pretty energetic, this dance. It's very rarely done these days, but it was one that Murshid Sam used to love to do. 'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down where we want to be. And when we come down to the place just right, we will be in the valley of love and delight. When the true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. To turn 'twill be our delight, till by turning and turning we come round right. 'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down where we want to be. And when we have come down in the place just right, we will be in the valley of love and delight. When the true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning and turning we come round right. 'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down where we want to be. And when we have come down in the place just right, we will be in the valley of love and delight. When the true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. To turn 'twill be our delight, till by turning and turning we come round right. I feel inspired to lead that one again sometime soon. Bit up and down to the floor. It's better for younger knees than older ones. But,
right, you have to pick your group.
Yeah, pick my group to do that with. Yeah, beautiful. Well, we're going to close with the Kalama, which is probably one of the best known and best loved of Murshid Sam's dances. And as we share this together, just like us to, again, really bring our conscious love and gratitude to this extraordinary being. You know, he lived through so much. His life was far from smooth and simple. And he persevered. He carried on planting his seeds. There's the story where he dreamt that every year he was planting seeds and they didn't come up. And again next year planting the seeds and they didn't come up. He was a gardener, you know. He was a great horticulturalist. And again planting the seeds and they didn't come up. And then one year in his dream he planted the seeds and they did come up. But not just the seeds from that year, the seeds from all the other years that he'd planted, they all started coming up at the same time, and he's rushing around trying to harvest. And then he hears God speaking to him and saying, harvest what you can and leave the rest for me. So Sam, you know, right at the end of his life, his seeds were coming up. He was creating these dances. His students, his people found him in the last 3, 4, 5 years of his life. But we're still here now, long after his passing. 53 years later, here we are, loving him, appreciating his gifts, feeling this deep gratitude. We are all here today on this screen because of Murshid Sam. We're all, it's why we're sharing this practice with you. It's why you're here. So thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam. La ilaha illallahu. Only this reality, only this unity, nothing else exists. La ilaha illallahu.
La ilaha illallahu.
Muhammad Rasulallah.
Muhammad Rasulallah.
Muhammad is the messenger of this unity. And, you know, this is our time to be messengers of unity. This is our job. Messengers of peace, messengers of love, messengers of unity. To walk in the path which Sam has laid out for us. I think let's just stand straight away. We'll sing and we'll dance and you'll join us as you get it if you don't know it already. So we're going to be stepping backwards and emptying ourselves out. Stepping forwards and filling ourselves up with love and light and unity. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. Amen, amen. So beautiful to feel you here dancing and singing with us. To imagine your voices. I only wish we could hear you right now, but one day soon, inshallah, we will all dance together and hear each other's voices and hold each other's hands. Just wanted to share before we say goodbye, just have this beautiful picture here. Oh, it's a bit shiny with the plastic on it, but there he is. Oh gosh, can I make it go? Murshid Sam in his healing power.
Ya Rahman.
There he goes, Ya Rahman. Let's do that all to each other. Ya Rahman. Sending love. Well, dear friends, often we close with a song that comes from a dear friend of Samuel Lewis, Joe Miller, who was a vaudeville singer, a great character, and Sam, when he knew he was going to be leaving the body, he asked Joe to look after his kids, look after his students, and Joe did. For the next 20 or more years, he looked after them. So remembering Joe and the power of friendship and blessings to Murshid Sam, let's sing. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. Peace, peace, peace. Love and blessings. Thank you, Sam.